Hey guys, what's up? We are doing a quick update on my seedlings. Now, as you guys know, in the past, I have not been very successful in pre-sprouting any of my seeds, but I did pretty darn good this year. Mind you, there are a couple of cells that are empty, and yes, some of my seedlings do look pretty crispy, but I have noticed that when I am struggling and going through a hard time, my plants also struggle and go through a hard time. But that's a story for another time when I'm ready to talk about it. Today, we're just doing an update on my seedlings. Now, as you can see, my growth on these, like I said, are pretty good. I think there's only 2 cells that do not have a little plantlet, but I believe when I had potted the seeds in these cells, I put 2 in at a time, and I just kind of let nature do its thing. The ones that kind of looked like they were struggling a little bit and I had doubles of them, I just like plucked it out. So here's one that I kind of like plucked out because it was struggling and wasn't growing as fast as the others. And the reason why I did that was because the cells are so small, and if you don't take away the weaker one, you're kind of taking energy and nutrients away from the one that is doing really well. And I feel like even if I had left it there, it would have also just been, it probably would have been absorbed if I hadn't plucked it. So I did the thing that I didn't like to do, which was destroying the weaker seedling, but I did what had to be done. What I do need to do now is actually pinch them. So my understanding of pinching is you need to locate your true leaves. Once your seedlings produce 3 true leaves, then you give it a snip. My only thing is that I don't know if I'm considering like these crispy bits down here like true leaves. I don't know. Can someone please tell me? Because I'm gonna have to Google this and give it a snip. I think that's why I've been procrastinating on filming this video and just kind of like doing the actual like pinching. I feel like regardless of the fact that my leaves are crispy, had I was feeling good and was, you know, monitoring my seedlings, maybe they wouldn't have crisped up and they would have counted as true leaves. So I feel like I should count from the crispy leaves, at least the ones that are like pretty large, like this one over here. If this wasn't crispy, I feel like that would have been a nice leafy leaf, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm gonna have to Google this or ask a friend. But yeah, these are my pin cushions, and they're doing pretty good. There's some that have a little bit of brown spots on the end, like right at the tip of the growth point, but it's not too concerning to me. What is concerning to me is that some of these little plantlets look like they're not getting enough nutrients, which is kind of weird because every week I have been fertilizing them with this, which is Plant Food by Marful, and it is supposed to be good for flowers, fruits, and vegetable gardens. So I don't know what gives. I do err on the side of caution when I'm feeding them because I don't want it to burn, which I guess didn't matter anyways because some of them look like I did burn them. But hey man, like I said, in the past I didn't even get 1 seed to grow into a little plantlet, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, not gonna lie, but I'm very excited that these have grown and I have something to show for. But yeah, like I said, look, like this right here, it's kind of yellow compared to the rest, and I don't understand why. Now, it may be because the leaves are older, and maybe that's why they're kind of yellow, but when I look at it as a whole, they look kind of limey green. I'm not feeling that, so I don't know. I feel like one of two things need to happen, which is to increase the amount of nutrients I'm giving it, or that it's just kind of outgrowing its cell right now. It needs to be transplanted, but I can't transplant it yet because it's still freezing outside, which is why I'm still wearing something cozy. So maybe next year I won't start so early. It is May. I can't believe it's still this cold outside, but oh, here's another one. Here's another one where I decided that it wasn't strong enough to stay. So I just plucked it out. These ones are my Cosmos and it's doing pretty good. Some of them do need to get snipped back down a little bit because I think these two were still catching up in terms of like length. And I just want to say that just because some of your seeds are from the same packet, and you may have purchased it at the same time, but if you do find that some of your plants aren't growing as fast as the other, it's most likely because the seed itself is a little bit older. So it's not due to like conditions or anything like that. It's just the seed itself is old and it's not gonna grow as quickly as one that is fresh. So just an FYI. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to give these guys a little snip. This one is a little bit harder to see where I'm supposed to cut this. So this row right here I'm gonna leave alone. Same with this row. Like I can't, like it's not clear to me where this stem is, where I'm supposed to give it a cut. And I don't want to cut off a growth point and be sad. Moving on to other updates. Back here I have a bunch of dahlias, and I thought it was going to be super easy to propagate. I thought, oh, once the eye wakes up, you just pinch it and you shove it in soil and all will be good. No, it was not like that. I sacrificed a couple of little plantlets that came off my tubers, and some of them just didn't make it, and I'm just going to show you what happened. So these are my sweet sands, and I was like, this looks so easy. Everyone on TikTok and YouTube are like, all you gotta do is just pluck it, it should come right off, and you just stick it in soil. And yeah, this one, I have no idea why it survived, but it survived. But as you can see, some parts of it, like some parts of the leaves are quite yellow, and there's like black spots on them. Now, I have heard that dahlias are prone to diseases. I just don't know if these dots are due to a disease plant, or if it's from overwatering or not enough nutrients. Like I don't know. But what I can say is that it did sprout roots. So I do have roots here and it's doing fine. I can't tell whether or not it needs more nutrients. I just don't know. I have ADHD, I'm sorry guys. What I was trying to say was, it was difficult to propagate these guys because they were so darn finicky. If the leaves weren't mature enough and it received too much humidity, it would just turn black and just kind of wither away and die. This one looks like it's trying to sprout some roots for me, but I don't know. I'm gonna put them back in the bag, back in this bag, and put it back over by the window, because I do not know what it is I'm supposed to be doing with these things. They were so difficult to keep alive. The minute that one of the leaves started turning brown and then black, I was like, it's over. Because it was just like a really difficult balancing act that I had to do, where it was like, you need to give it 100% humidity and give it enough light, but not too much light. And you need to give it humidity, and you don't want to keep it too wet, because if you keep it wet and it touches the plastic, then it starts to brown and die off. And then at that point I was like, well, does it even need light? Because it's not like there's any roots. So I took it away from the grow light and I put it by the window, because I noticed that the dahlia tubers that was growing by the window was doing way better than the ones that were growing underneath the grow light. So I don't know what gives, man. I don't know. But this is the sweet sun that I had taken a couple of cuttings from this tuber right here. So hopefully those actually grow into something, because I only have one growth from this tuber, because I had taken so many from here to just try to get it to grow. But yeah, this actually looks really very healthy, but I feel like I need to pinch it. I need to check to see if I gotta pinch this, because if I pinch it, I think it'll make it focus on the roots and it'll produce more sprouts for me. But it hasn't. It looks like it's trying to put off a new growth right now, so I may just wait for it to do that and then I'll give it a pinch. But if I go by the rule of, you know, 3 true leaves, 1, 2, 3, I should actually snip it right here. And in theory, if I snip it right here, the tip of this, I should be able to put it in soil and something would grow. But I'm scared. I'm scared it's gonna like wither away like those ones. So I'm tempted to just let it be. So my sweet sun, I'm just letting it be. Which means on my other tubers, I did not take any more cuttings. I was traumatized and I was like, oh my God, what if I don't have enough? So I left them all alone. So this one is my Cafe au Lait, which I started pre-sprouting February 27th, and she's looking pretty good. This one I had purchased from Canadian Tire, and I had very little faith, but it's doing pretty darn good. And like I said, like a serious balancing act. The leaves that were close to the edges of the bag just kind of like didn't do so well. It kind of fried, but I think I just need to snip it down. Yeah, I'm gonna pinch them. I'm just gonna give it a cut. It's a lot of cutting today. Show you this one. This one is another Cafe au Lait. So this one I purchased off of somebody from Facebook, and the leaves on this one looks pretty good. Like a lot bigger in comparison to the one that I got from Canadian Tire. So I'm actually wondering if this one is gonna be bigger once it's transplanted outside. I'll have to see. Maybe. Because I'm pretty sure I should have split the tubers on this so that it had more, so it didn't share the energy, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, and there's one more, and that's my Linda's baby. So that's a wrap on all of my tubers and seedlings that are now officially, I'm going to consider them plantlets. I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed because I do need to start trimming, pinching all of them to promote more growth. And if I'm feeling brave, maybe I will go ahead and just stick some of the top cuttings into soil and just kind of see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, just a little bit traumatized because I just don't want to infect any of the other flowers and they end up with diseases, because it's just, it can kill like the entire thing, and I don't want to deal with that, because some of these have been growing since February and it is now May, and I am so ready to plant them outside. But like I said earlier, it's not warm enough to do that. So hopefully in my next video, I will be able to show you guys how I'm going to transplant them outside. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.